Safe, effective, quality assured medical products for healthy mothers, newborns, and children. A strong regulatory system is a critical public health priority for ensuring the safety, efficacy, and quality of medical products and improving outcomes for maternal, newborn, and child health, or MNCH. Regulatory systems, including National Medicines Regulatory Authorities, or NMRAs, promote and protect public health by ensuring all premises, for example, manufacturing facilities, private and public pharmacies, persons, for example, manufacturers, doctors, and other prescribers, pharmacists, and other dispensers, and practices, for example, distribution, dispensing, and counseling, comply with approved standards, norms, procedures, and legal requirements related to medical products. Safety, efficacy, and quality of medical products, including medicines such as magnesium sulfate, amoxicillin dispersible tablets, or nutritional supplements and medical devices such as pulse oximeters, oxygen concentrators, and other equipment. Unbiased, accurate, appropriate product information. Appropriate use of medical products. More secured and efficient supply chains. Increasing the availability of medical products for MNCH and improving service delivery without also ensuring the safety, quality, and efficacy of these medical products can do more harm than good, particularly as lower and middle income countries expand universal health coverage. For instance, the WHO estimates that between 72,000 and 169,000 children die each year from pneumonia due to substandard and falsified antibiotics. Additionally, emergencies such as the Ebola epidemic or the COVID-19 pandemic can negatively impact the regulatory system and create a surge in substandard and falsified medical products. Since the majority of MNCH medical products are procured by national governments and not by global procurement agencies with quality assurance systems such as the Global Fund or Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, national regulatory systems become the gatekeeper to ensure that only safe, effective, quality assured MNCH medical products are registered, procured, and used in the country. Unfortunately, according to WHO surveys, in 2018, only 30% of NMRAs were functional or had the capacity to effectively and efficiently regulate medical products on their markets, with only one of these NMRAs being in Africa. Adequate regulation involves oversight by regulatory authorities at different points in the cycle of a medical product, from the laboratory development to the end user. Regulatory authorities, for instance, license research centers where clinical trials are conducted to ensure compliance to good clinical practices, inspect manufacturing facilities to make sure they comply with good manufacturing practices, issue marketing authorizations for new products to enter the market, a process known as registration, and conduct post-marketing activities such as pharmacovigilance and market surveillance for quality, among other related functions. In this video, we will showcase one key regulatory function, marketing authorization, also called registration, and we'll list a few promising developments to strengthen regulatory systems in low and middle income countries. Registration or marketing authorization is often the most recognized regulatory function. This important process is aimed at evaluating the safety, efficacy, and quality of a product and the appropriateness of the product information before entering a market. However, for a number of NMRAs, it can be a slow, burdensome, and ineffective process or a superficial rubber stamp. In some cases, it has been reported that it can take several years, which could delay the introduction of new essential life-saving MNCH products. Waivers can be granted if a medicine is considered essential and comes from a quality-assured source, or in emergency situations, including epidemics, but waivers are a temporary solution. Frequent use undermines the regulatory process by providing an alternate pathway for the entry of health commodities into the country, and it may disincentivize manufacturers from registering their products. Labeling and packaging are requirements within the registration process and are important to assure appropriate distribution, storage, and use. They provide crucial product information, including approved usage, ingredients, and warnings, such as potential misuses and side effects. For example, chlorhexidine, intended for cleaning and disinfecting umbilical cords, is now required to be labeled not to be used in the eye in many sub-Saharan African countries after incidents where chlorhexidine liquid was bottled in droppers and incorrectly administered to eyes, causing blindness in children. A promising development to strengthen regulatory capacity is the deployment of the WHO's Global Benchmarking Tool, or GBT, for evaluation of national regulatory systems, already used by dozens of low and middle income countries. The GBT is the first globally agreed upon framework for measuring regulatory capacities and charting a course to increase institutional capacity through institutional development plans for countries to bridge the gaps. The GBT is used to assess countries' regulatory systems based on a scale of 1 to 4, from least to most mature, across 9 regulatory functional areas. The WHO aims to bring all NMRAs to at least maturity level 3, and also identifies mature NMRAs as WHO-listed authorities. WHO-listed authorities have the benefit of being global reference authorities. For example, the Tanzanian Regulatory Authority, Tanzania Medicines and Medical Devices Authority, reached GBT Maturity Level 3, a stable, well-functioning, and integrated regulatory system, in 2019 after implementing their institutional development plan to strengthen weak regulatory functions. As part of implementing their institutional development plans, regulatory authorities have the opportunity to streamline and standardize their processes. Promising strategies include incorporating globally accepted standards, harmonizing requirements at the regional level, improving transparency, and relying on assessments conducted by functional regulatory authorities or the WHO Prequalification Program. Regional harmonization aims to improve and streamline regulatory requirements by shifting from a country-focused approach to a collaborative cross-country model where harmonized standards and workflows allow for regulatory efficiencies that improve access, facilitate trade, and simplify compliance. For instance, the African Medicines Regulatory Harmonization Initiative, led by the African Union Development Agency New Partnership for Africa's Development, aims to address common challenges faced by NMRAs in Africa through regional economic communities. Decisions and assessments conducted by the WHO Prequalification Program, set up in 2001 to support global procurement mechanisms, can also be leveraged by regulatory authorities. However, while many medicines have been pre-qualified for certain conditions, including HIV, TB, and malaria, one limitation is that, as of November 2020, only 4 MNCH medicines, zinc, misoprostol, oxytocin, and magnesium sulfate, have been pre-qualified by WHO. An additional expression of interest was published by WHO for product evaluation of amoxicillin dispersible tablets in March 2020. Strong, effective regulatory systems are essential to ensure safe, effective, quality-assured medical products. National medicines regulatory authorities provide oversight of pharmaceutical premises, persons, practices, and products. Country supply chains are more efficient and secure when regulatory systems are functional. Adequate regulation involves oversight by regulatory authorities at different points in the life cycle of a medical product, from the laboratory to the end user. Since the majority of MNCH medical products are procured by national governments and not by global procurement agencies, it is important that national regulatory systems act as strong gatekeepers to ensure safe, effective, quality-assured medical products for mothers, newborns, and children, including devices and diagnostics. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested to learn more, please sign up for the Pharmaceutical Systems Strengthening PSS 101 e-learning course.